Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Scratch. I saw your video and I saw everything on this. Um, Unverified content. There it is. That's the video I made, and they tagged it as unverified content. Now, let me show you something else. This is where I got that content from ABC News itself. Pennsylvania County says 2,500 voter registrations being investigated for possible fraud, which I also said in the video. It was possible fraud. Blah, blah, blah. But you got to flag it anyway. Okay? This is TikTok is whoever made the algorithm on this, whoever made the red flags or tags on this or something where you can't say something in a certain way where they flag it on you or say unverified or whatever. You need to fix that. You definitely need to fix that. Okay? I'm not going to put shit on here that probably isn't verified. This is what ABC is reporting, and I just said the same thing. Now, this here is fake. Viral video of ripped up Pennsylvania ballots is fake and is Russian made. We all, now, there are going to be Trump supporters who sit around and go, yeah, Russian collusion. That's right. Yeah, sure. That's what you just said last time about Hunter Biden's laptop. This is why you can't put shit out like this. People are not going to believe that this is fake now. Unless you get the full story of what's going on, you should have said, ballots found, ripped up, are false. Period. End of story. You don't have to say viral video. You don't have to say it was Russian collusion and blah, blah, blah. Because once you put that Russian thing in there, no one's going to believe it. Oh, sure. Now they're going to blame Russia. This is where the media is fucking stupid. Okay? Now, I just want to address Scratch on the rest of it. I saw the other video. I forget which one. I don't know if it's the same one. I just woke up and my brain isn't there. About voting in your state, how it's only mail-in balloting or paper ballots. Now, I'm not gonna. That's where you're from. That's the way it's been done. Blah blah blah. But as somebody who lives there, if I moved there, I would turn around and go, "What are we in the fucking 18th century here?" They have electronics now that you can scan the ballot like they do here in New York. You go there, you fill out the little form, and you scan it. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. I mean, there are 80-year-old women and men at my polling place going, oh, it's easy, and they put it in and it's fine. I mean, I don't understand how there are still paper ballots in 2024. Okay, other than mail-in or whatever, I can't believe there's still paper ballots that you actually fill out and throw in a fucking box. We're in the 21st century, for Christ's sakes. Figure it out. Now, it's not knocking where you live. It's just knocking the election process. Like I said, it's 2024. Paper ballots shouldn't even be fucking discussed. You also said something about people finding ballot boxes caught on fire. They don't know how many ballots. They don't know who because it was damaged in a fire. And it's supposed to be self-contained. Fire that's supposed to put itself out or whatever. Just the point of it actually catching fire would raise a lot of questions. Who did this? Why isn't this under video surveillance 24/7? Because then you could see who does shit like this. Now, granted, if they had any brains at all, they'd disguise themselves or whatever. But you'd see that someone intentionally went in there and set them on fire. I mean, it's not going to self-combust, so someone had to go in there and set it on fire. But I mean, this is what we're talking about. If you have paper ballots, this is what could happen. Where we have in New York, where if you remember in school, the old SAT tests or the old state tests where they gave you the booklet and you filled in the little circles and then you handed it in and they scanned it. Yeah, that's what they do here. You get a piece of paper in a folder, both sides, and then you fill it out, you throw it in a scanner, and it's done. It's locked up in the machine. It doesn't have your name on it or anything. I don't believe. But even still, you need ID, obviously. They gave us little tags where you can scan it, which I'm not a big fan of, because if you lose that and you go on election day and somebody uses it in your name, that's a problem. That's a problem. I know when they scan it, your name's supposed to come up and then you sign it and it's supposed to match the signature that they have on file. I could just as easily walk in, scan it, have my hand in a cast saying I can't sign anything, and they'll just let me go. Because these are just regular, normal people. They're not law enforcement or anything like that. So they'll feel sorry for me and they'll let me go. But it can happen. I haven't heard of it happening. If it does happen, it's very, very rare. But like I said, with paper ballots, you're opening up to stuff like that. Getting burned. Getting lost. You know, what if one of those boxes just suddenly disappears? This country needs to get with the program and at least have scanners in every state. I understand that election boards are all state-driven or all town-driven or county-driven. So it's different everywhere, obviously. But even still, if you live in Washington and you're not turning around and telling your elected leaders, saying, look, this ain't right. Paper ballots, we don't need, we have the technology now to scan things. It shouldn't be easier to scan a fucking groceries or your milk than putting in a paper ballot. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? So that's always fun. That's about it. That's all I can say is for them to flag my stuff, they're idiots. That's all I can do. Anyway, you all have a good day. And booyah.